Alright, welcome back to another PvP pet battle video. This is Linica, and per request, I'm going to be doing a Gone Wildin theme today for all of my teams. Unless the meta just has crazy, ridiculous, obnoxious pets that I have to counter with really good teams. But the good news is, all of these teams are pretty decent. My weakest team is probably Disco Dots. And that's not a bad team, it's just if I run into super fast pets, I will have trouble because I have very little healing on that team. But all of these teams are pretty good. They all use wild pets. It's not probably the best teams with only wild caught pets. Let me see if I can go ahead and create that real fast. That would probably be... I mean, obviously it's always situational. The absolute best team would probably be an Unborn Valk, a Rabbit, and a Emperor Crab. That would probably be your just best team to go against. But it really depends, like, on what you're going up against. For example, when I was in the Pet Battle League tournament, I purposely chose a Scourged Whelpling, a Frostfur Rat, and a Crow for my team, not because that's the best team you could ever make with wild caught pets. It's pretty good, but I wanted to specifically counter the barrage of Emperor Crabs, Emerald Proto Whelps, Kunlai Runts, and what was the other one I was scared? Rabbits. And I knew everybody would be running those. So I wanted to have a team that was good against all four of those and a couple others, but mainly just those four. Those four were my big, I was scared of them pets. And of course, as it turns out, like I think 30% of everybody used a rabbit. Another 20% used crabs, and Emerald Protowhelp was a pretty popular pick. Not as popular as I was afraid it might be. I think Nether Fairy Dragon was a little more popular, but the Darkness was good against both of them, so... Alrighty, we are going up against a double undead, so having my rabbit's going to be pretty good. Oh, I didn't talk about this team. This team is called Fiendish Crab. It uses Rot and the Alpine Hare, so that makes my rabbit actually pretty useful against his Kunlai Runt after a Rot setup. So I'm expecting him to go ahead and throw out a Curse of Doom. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with some flurries, because it does do strong damage. Alrighty, and I don't really want to take a haunt, so I'm going to go ahead and burrow. Oh, he switched. Alrighty, and he left already. I might try requeuing with this team, because it's a little unfortunate to get a quick win like that. Maybe I'll requeue against him and he'll hold off on his cooldowns, so that would be smart of him. But yeah, there's a little bit of synergy here. Like I said, I have Rot and Flurry, so that's a pretty good combo. Alpine Hare's one of the few tier 1 wild caught pets. I say a few, there's several, there's probably at least 10. I might actually do like a top 10, top 20, top 25 type list of the best wild caught pets, but the TLDR is Unborn Valk, Emperor Crab, Rabbit, and probably Blighthawk and Alpine Foxling are the top 5. Blighthawk's just good because he's so good at Clone Dance. Anyways, I'm not sure what he's going to start off with. I'm just going to start with my Twilight Fiendling. He is starting off with this bird. I think I will go ahead and Siphon Life. I'll stay in to soak the Soul Rush, because I would very much like to use my Racial for something. Oh, he's using Nocturnal Strike. Well, that is a surprise for sure. My magic pet is pretty worthless against... Actually, it's not, because I don't have magic damage. Should I save him, however? I'm not sure. I'm just going to hit him with a Creepy Chomp. And let me see. Will another leap kill him? I mean, sorry, leap, creepy chomp. Maybe. Oh, excuse me. 309. 309 plus 152. I think that is enough. Yes, it is. So I will go ahead, leap one more time. Oh, he probably should have used his Moonfire, but it's okay. It's really neither here nor there. So, my Twilight Fiendling took out his Sentinel's Companion. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up my Siphon Life. That might keep me alive for an extra turn. Alrighty, so he is going to AoE, so I may as well just creepy chomp before I kick the bucket. Even though my Siphon Life didn't keep me alive an extra turn, I'm glad I did it. Dots are always great against mechs, as a general rule. And I think what I want to do is bring in my Spirit Crab, because I tend to just stay on him. I'm going to hit him with a... making sure that doesn't... Oh, actually... yeah, it doesn't. No, I was making sure it doesn't make Siphon Life hit weak or anything, and it doesn't enhance it either. But yeah, my reason for bringing the Spirit Crab is I would like to be able to take out his Pocket Reaver. May as well snap. There's no real reason to go first. Oh, he has Thrash, so there is a reason to go first. But he's just gonna Quake here anyway, so 234 will not kill him. Snap will. So I'm gonna go ahead and snap. Oh, he's gonna dot me. Alright, well, my Spirit Crab is going to kick the bucket here, but that's okay. I will definitely be able to get off a rot before kicking the bucket. So I'll go ahead and do that last. And by last, I mean on my very last round, just so that I have a full 5 rounds of him taking damage as undead, so that my rabbit can have the full benefit from that combo. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to bring in my rabbit. Obviously, go ahead and use my dodge, because, I mean, may as well. If it comes back off cooldown earlier, that's always good. Maybe I could have saved it for now, but I'm kind of a firm advocate of, if you have cooldowns, use them quickly so that they come back off cooldown earlier on. So there's a pretty good chance now that ooh. Oh, this is scary. I think I'll be fine. No, I think it's a draw. Dang it. Unless I get a triple hit here. Oh, I got a triple hit. That's really lucky. If I hadn't killed him there, yeah, I actually should have saved my dodge. That was a misplay by me. Don't use a rabbit very much, so that was a time where I should have saved my dodge for when his second turret came out, because it wasn't going to come back off cooldown in time. I always underestimate how much damage those turrets do, because it doesn't seem like that much. Alright, anyways, go ahead and give that a win. Actually, technically it has 2 wins, so go ahead and bring in this team. Called it Disco Dots. Obviously, a reference to Disco Doggy, because he loves the Jade Oozling. I don't personally use him very much, so I'm probably not going to put up quite as good a fight with him as Disco Doggy can. But he has some synergy with the Rose Taipan. And I was not the one who came up with that. Disco Doggy was, although I think he used a Death Adder Hatchling, but it's exactly the same as my snake, because we're the same breed and we're using the same moveset. Synergy here is Acidic Goo does count as a poison, so you can Puncture Wound. And we have a rematch, but he's bringing a green pet. He must not have a very big collection. I kind of want to bring in Bonnie. Do I? Yes. And here's why. He likes to start with his bird. And my Nether Fairy Dragon is basically worthless against his Pocket Reaver. And I can dodge that Nocturnal Strike he likes to use, or if he switched to Soul Rush, which would have been very smart. I'm going to dodge whichever one it is, so... I'm going to go ahead and just use my Moonfire. Okay, so he's bringing in that guy. I'm not sure what my best bet is. I feel like I want to... I could just throw dots on him. I'm going to go ahead and do that, see how well he does for me. And this is where I'm really not the best Jade Oozling user, as I don't know whether it's better to use him or my snake. But just going to throw out my dots, kind of trust that they'll do what they need to do, and then I can heal my Jade Oozling off of his Pocket Reaver. That actually does quite a substantial amount of healing under Moonlight, which he was kind enough to throw out for me, but I also brought my own, so it's not just lucky happenstance. I did intend to have this strategy. And let me see, his dots will not kill him, will they? Will they? I don't think they do. Yeah, they don't quite kill him. I'm just gonna go ahead and heal. I mean, may as well just take that nice juicy 215 heal. That's actually not bad at all. Alrighty, so he is gonna bring in that guy. I kind of want to go ahead and just throw out my dots. He's slowing me down. I was already ridiculously slow, so it's gonna be no outspeeding him. Oh, that's so good. He almost killed me, but, I mean, he did obviously kill me, but he almost killed me with his thing. At this point, I kind of want to bring in my Fairy Dragon. Probably will go ahead and use my dodge. Oh, this is another reason. This is another time when I feel like I shouldn't be using my dodge. No, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it because I'm already so low health. If I had higher health... Yeah, I'm glad he didn't slow me down. Okay. 406. A Nocturnal Strike. Oh. Actually, that'd be great if he's using Nocturnal Strike. Because even if it hits me, it does not kill me. Alright, so my Dragon Racial is active. He's not running Ethereal, so I can go ahead and use Moonlight. As long as he doesn't crit. Oh, good, no crit. And this will do a crap ton of damage because he already has... Oh my goodness, that just hit him for more than his whole health. Moonlight was already active, so I do extra, like, what is it, 10% magic damage. Had my Dragon Racial active. It already hits pretty hard, so good way to finish it off with my Nether Fairy Dragon. Hey, what do you know, Disco Doggy? That is a good pet. I guess you know a thing or two about pet battles, after all. Alrighty, I may as well go ahead and try my own Darkness team. This actually isn't what I used. I'm using a Spectral Spinner instead of the Scourged Whelpling. Like I said, I used the Scourged Whelpling because he was good against dragons with what do you call it? Dreadful Breath and Call Darkness. And even though he isn't particularly good against, say, rabbits, what I was scared of were you know, the what was it called? The Pet Battle League. Alrighty, we have a baby Winston. Very cool. Same guy, obviously. I feel like he's gonna start with his flyer, and I'm assuming he's running Nocturnal Strike still, so I'm gonna bring in my Spectral Spinner. Go ahead and blind him, just so that whatever he has next isn't gonna hit me. And if he stays in, he's going to take a Spectral Strike to the face. So hopefully he switches out. He did not. He actually went for the negative 50% hit chance Nocturnal Strike. So My opponent's a little bit of a new player, but that's okay. If I was going, I'll take this over, you know, there's the camera angle. I hate that. There they go. I'll take that over a Tarot Claw, Wicked Soul, Fiendish Imp. Alrighty, what does he use? He uses Wood Chipper. I'm assuming he uses Chew. That's kind of a cool move. Do I have a bird. I have a bird to soak that gnaw damage and the screech. Yeah. Oh, okay, and the bleed. That does weak damage to me, so it's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and call Darkness. Alrighty, he's bringing in his baby Winston. I have a pretty good matchup, so I'm gonna stay in on my bird. Just at least to do a Nocturnal Strike. If he throws a Barrier Protector, I might just switch out. He is. So what I might do is bring in my Spectral Spinner just to blind him on his second round of Barrier Protector. Sweet. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and use my Spectral Strike. Even if he switches out, it will hit him on all of his pets because he doesn't have any elementals who are immune to darkness. At this point, I don't really know if I need to keep my spider alive. I guess I may as well. So I'll bring in my bird. It does take weak damage for... Ooh, that's an unfortunate miss. He does have all beast damage, which is a little unwise. I would recommend you run Tail Slap or at least Chew, just to diversify your moves. Tail Slap is actually pretty cool. Like all of these beast pets that have... let me think. The only reason I don't want to go into a Nocturnal Strike is... don't really want to buff his... Okay, well, I went ahead and activated his racial anyways. I think I was going to, but in general, I try not to front load damage onto beasts. That's kind of a minor tip I can give anybody who's newer to pet battles, is don't front load your damage versus a beast because you're activating their racial sooner. And especially if they have crouch or spirit spikes or survival or something, then they're going to be able to stay under their racial and do lots of damage. So that was a win. What else do I have? These are two teams I already had from before. And I just like them. I have a lot of fun with them. This is a Fell Flame, Scourged Whelpling. Sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? Blood Plague? Plagued Blood. Plagued Blood. Okay, we're going up against it. HB, HS, HS. Okay. I feel like he's going to start off with his rabbit. So I'm going to start off with my, especially because look at all those green arrows. There's no way he's not going to start with his rabbit. So I'm going to start with my Foxling. It is faster than him already. So that's nice that I don't have to throw up Dazzling Dance quite yet. Now that he is dodged, I'm just going to crouch because I feel like he's going to stand on his rabbit for a little bit. Oh, he's using Stampede. Well, that's a great time to crouch. Because now what I can do is I can hit him. I can hit him again. I can throw up my Dazzling Dance. And then I can bring in my Fell Flame. So that I don't take that Shattered Defenses. He's probably running Flurry, so I probably will be fine. But just in case, I will switch. I mean, if he has a Scratch, he does have a decent, I mean, for a rabbit, he has a higher amount of attack power. I mean, 240 is still pathetic. Alright, well, he's just going to spam Stampede, which I'm happy about, because that means I can throw up a Scorched Earth and a Flame Breath. Ooh, I just realized. This didn't work out quite as well as I was hoping it would. Well, it's fine. I am going to switch into my ghost maggot, I think. Am I? Is that a good idea? Here's why I want to, is even though I'm going to take that, whatever it is, it's just a scratch. It's literally just a scratch. And I want to throw out my Plague Blood and get those heals going for my Fell Flame. Oh, he's an elemental. I'm stupid. No heals for you, Fell Flame. He is gonna go for that Conflagrate. I'm gonna go ahead, switch out back into my Fell Flame. I am still faster than him. I'm not burning is the good news. So I'm gonna go ahead, throw up my Flame Breath, and now I have 4 rounds of healing. Surprised he didn't throw up his dot on me, but that's okay with me. Actually, I might go for the Conflagrate. Both hits are gonna heal me a little bit. There's the dot. It's not gonna kill him. I'm gonna go ahead and use Scorched Earth just to take him out before he can hit me again. And I should be able to get up unless he uses his... Oh, he's probably gonna kill me here. Well, just in case he doesn't, I will go ahead and Flame Breath. There's really no reason to switch out with that dot on me, because if any of those ticks had crit, I probably would have died in the back line. Got my dot off, so may as well just stay in rather than letting another pet take damage. I'll just bring in my Ghost Maggot, and he should be able to clean up the Fell Flame pretty well. He probably should have gone ahead and used his Conflagrate if he has it, because I am burning under Scorched Earth. But it's okay. Gonna go ahead and chomp him. There's the Conflagrate. Alrighty, and I should be able to finish him off with a Ghostly Bite. I think it does 560 minus whatever 25% of that is, so I think he'll almost die from the dot, and then my Alpine Foxling obviously will have no trouble cleaning up his Fell Flame. In my opinion, that's kind of the worst breed of the Fell Flame, just because, I mean, it's a health speed, and it only has 273 speed. And that's kind of underwhelming. 273 is not going to outspeed very much. And so, if I'm going to go with a pet that isn't that fast, I kind of prefer either just a straight up health or like a health power or power, just to kind of min-max my potential. Alrighty. Fun teams today. Go ahead and try my other Alpine Foxling Ghost Maggot team. Ghost Maggot, by the way, is technically a wild-caught pet, but now that I remember, the same with the Spectral Spinner. They're both only obtainable in a garrison, and you have to have the decoration from Halloween, so he's technically a limited time only pet. But if you leave the, for example, my priest has the Halloween decoration still in my garrison. So if I want to go get another Ghost Maggot or Spectral Spinner, or what was the other one, a Ghastly Rat, those 3 are still in my garrison, so I can go get them whenever I want. If any of y'all need one and you don't want to wait for Halloween, just message me. You can just leave a comment in my video, and we'll get together. I'll invite you to a group, and you can feel free to take as long as you want to get the best breed. Speed Spectral Spinner's a pretty cool pet. High tier 2 pet. Not that great. He looks great on paper. He doesn't actually do that well, but he's probably pretty good for some PvE pets out there too. And then Ghost Maggot's actually quite good. I would also give him a decent tier 2 status. You can use Survival on your turn of immunity, and that will actually prevent you from dying after your turn of immunity expires. Unless there's AoE or you take more damage, obviously. but it's a kind of a cool little move. You won't be able to use your undead racial again after you use survival, and that whole thing. But it's kind of cool. I prefer using Ghostly Bite just because it is a bit more useful most of the time. Triple mechanical team. I have an Alpine Foxling, so this is going to be very difficult to win, unfortunately. What is my best bet? I feel like I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Foxling. I feel like he's going to bring in his little bling. Alright, he did. So I'm going to have to take a Make It Rain. If a couple of them miss, that'll be really good. They all hit. That's unfortunate. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into... Yeah, not only do I have a beast, but I have magic damage, which is pretty worthless against him. Gonna switch into my Restless Shadeling just to dodge the next Make It Rain. After I dodge, I will throw out my Death and Decay. There's really no point in trying to go up against him with an Arcane Blast because that just hits so weak even at max stacks. And I'll be almost dead by the time I use that because Little Bling does a crap ton of damage for a 260 power pet. That Make It Rain is quite good if it all lands, and even if only 2 out of 3, it still does like as much as a basic attack. Alright. Oh, I forgot I'm running Absorb. Okay, I might actually have a chance because Spooky Dookie's pretty tanky. Because I can throw up my Plague Blood. That's going to heal my Restless Shadeling in the back. I can spam Absorb, go toe-to-toe with him, although I will only have 4 more rounds of my speed, so kind of bummed about that. But I don't think it's worth it to switch into Fluffykins to throw up my Dazzling Dance, so... I think my best bet is to just spam Absorb until one of us is dead. I mean, I might throw out another Plague Blood. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and Absorb again. I'm not doing that much healing, 190 each time. That's less than 1 tick of Smack That. At this point, I think it's best to just start spamming Plague Blood because he's going to kill me in 1 more turn. Yeah, so I'm just going to spam Plague Blood and then finish on a Ghostly Bite. Unfortunately, I think I have to bring in my Fluffykins because the Restless Shadeling is slower than him. And actually, I mean, he already has Plague Blood. I'll just go ahead and Ghostly Bite. If he switches, that'd be so great. But I didn't expect him to. It would not be strategic for him to. Now I really wish I had that Felt Flame. Probably queue with a different team after this, and maybe I'll get a rematch. If I can go first... Wait. Oh, I didn't mean to choose him. Dang it. Awkward. Well, I'll go ahead and hit him with an Arcane Blast. And he has a speed Frostbore. I'm going to go ahead and throw out that Death and Decay because I'm assuming he's running Decoy. And if I have Death and Decay already down, it will break Decoy in 1 round. As long as I attack him. Menagerie Custodian's just gonna one-shot my Fox. This is very much a battle of attrition. I'm just gonna switch into my Fox now. He has a terrible matchup. Oh, he gets hit so hard. I'll throw up my speed. Ooh, yeah. My Alpine Foxling is no asset versus this triple mechanical team. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and bow out. There's really no reason to stall. Yeah, I can dodge and be a little annoying, but there's no reason to waste his time. He beat me fair and square, so. Go ahead and give that team an L. Might come back to it later, but I've played with that team before. It's a decent team against average pets, but if you're running against a triple mechanical team, you're not going to do so good. So, unfortunately, he's down to Spooky Dookie's down to 33% win rate. I'll go ahead and bring out a Wildin clone dance. This is probably the best Wildin clone dance. Jungle Beak's a very good pet with Rain Dance. Actually, I bet somebody ran this team in the Pet Battle League tourney. It's quite good. It's quite good. The Blighthawk's a tier 1 pet, only because it's so good in clone dance teams, but I mean, regardless of the reason, he is a tier 1 pet. Alrighty, we are going up against him again. I think I'll just go ahead and do my strategy. Oh, whoopsies. There we go. Go ahead and do my strategy and not really worry about his frontline pet. I'm just going to do AoE. So I'll Cyclone, go Sleep Bite, bring in my Jungle Beak. Pray he doesn't hit me with Blinktron's gift package, because that hits for like 600 damage on my flyer. Yeah, that's. I really wish I had a. What do you call it? Really wish I had a. I'm actually just gonna pass because I expect a Blinktron gift. That was, yeah, it would have been six. It would have been not 630 damage. That would have been what, like 800 damage on my flyer. Yeah. So I tactically stayed in even though I was stunned because I didn't want to risk being hit by a Blinktron gift package. That ought to pay off. As long as he doesn't kill me with a. As long as he doesn't bring me below my racial, I should be able to kill him with a peck. Alright, I still have my racial intact, so this is pretty good. He doesn't have AoE. He's bringing in his boar. I really wish I already had the decoy down. I think my best bet is to bring in my crab and try to tank him for a little bit. I'm assuming. Oh, he's running headbutt. Cool. All right. Well, if that stuns, that's not going to be cool. I don't know if it's worth it to shell shield. I think it is because he's running pig out. If he was running the other one, then the AoE heal, then I would probably not. But my shell shield's good because it'll keep me alive a little longer, probably a total of 2 turns longer, and pig out heals him for less. So I'll actually be able to whittle him down to probably about my health before I die. Depends. It really 100% just depends on if he gets the headbutt. If he gets that headbutt stun, I don't think I can turn this battle around. I didn't have the best start getting crit by that Blinktron's gift package. I'm tempted to surge in case he does headbutt me. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that because I may as well prepare for disaster. Alright, fortunately he did not stun me, so now I'm gonna heal. And at this point, I don't think I want to shell shield now. I think I just want to keep surging him. Yeah. Unless this like crits. I think I should kill him in 2 more surges. Yeah, I kill him in 2 more surges. And my Jungle Beak can finish him off because his racial only brings him back for, what is it, 280 health. And then it's my Blighthawk and the Jungle Beak versus his mech. So that's a little scary, but we'll have to see if he stuns with Shock and Awe or anything. We'll just have to see. I think my best bet, I'll go ahead and Rain Dance, Nocturnal Strike him, most likely. Am I within kill range? I am not within kill range of his Ion Cannon. So, alrighty. He might use his Ion Cannon, so in case he does, I will go ahead and bring in my Blighthawk. Alrighty, he did use Ion Cannon. That wasn't a very good strat. I mean, I guess it wasn't terrible, because it would have killed my bird. But fortunately, I saw it coming, so I'm going to go ahead and Ghostly Bite him. Peck him will activate his racial. And he's recharging for one more round, I think. 353. Ooh. Scary, scary. If he stuns me with that, I lose. So I really hope he doesn't stun me. No stun, alrighty, and a Nocturnal Strike is 100% hit chance after a Rain Dance, so also it's like a 50% crit chance, 55% crit chance technically, so alrighty. Close battle, but I got a win against that triple mechanical team. So go ahead and give my Wildin Clone Dance team a win. And that just leaves Curse of Bubbles. Squirky is everybody's new favorite wild-caught pet. Sorry, in my pet spotlight, I did not actually mention where to get him. He is actually off the coast of Azuna on this little island out in the middle of the Great Sea. So he's not actually technically in the Azuna area. You have to fly out or take a water strider or whatever you want to do onto this island. Several people have great guides on him already, so Hazelnutty Games always does great guides. Simri Jones, Gomrath also did a guide. Check out his channel, by the way, if y'all aren't already subscribed. He does really fun videos to watch, good guides, and yeah, fairly new YouTuber, I think. I believe he's new. I didn't know about him. Just happened to see his channel about a couple weeks ago and subscribed. Really like his content. Yeah. Go ahead and queue. Strategy here with Squirky is you use the Alpine Foxling. He's my all-around favorite Dazzling Dance user, and he is wild caught. And I think he's a semi-rare spawn in the... what are those mountains? Kunlai Summits? Same place you get the Kunlai Runt. He's a semi-rare spawn up there. Actually, the Kunlai Runt's a little rarer. He's not hard to find. Maybe he's a little hard to find like a rare speed, but I would recommend just getting a speed and upgrading it to a rare. He's worth it. Definitely a good all-around top tier 2 pet. And really good against the meta. He's faster than a Terraclaw, above its racial. After he's thrown up Dazzling Dance, he does strong damage to undead, which makes him a great second pet with Squirky, because Squirky does not fare so well against those pesky undeads. You have your Unborn Valkyr, and he's great synergy with Fluffykins because, honestly, if you want one strategy that's perfectly viable, you can just throw up your dots, switch into Alpine Foxing, and crouch. And that way you're taking 50% reduced damage while they're taking dots. So that's good. You can also bubble, obviously, but if you're not faster, you can crouch with your Alpine Foxling. But also the reason Unborn Valkyr is so good with Alpine Foxling is he does that critter damage with Flurry, and that's very weak against humanoids. So you want to have a hard-hitting undead when you use him, or at least something that has a fighting chance against, say, a triple humanoid team. Spoiling Sprout, for example, is a very tanky pet that I would not want to be going up against with no undead damage. He might bring in his Vicious Broodling and have a burrow for me, but in case he brings in his humanoid, I will go ahead and start with my... Yeah. I kind of figured Vicious Broodling is a cool pet. I'm going to go ahead and Shadow Shock him in case he goes for that burrow. Alrighty, there's the burrow. Don't really think it's worth it to throw... if I throw up a Curse of Doom, he's just going to be able to burrow it, is the problem. Actually, no, he's not. Here's why. I'm going to go ahead, throw up the Curse of Doom, bring in Squirky, and Squirky's going to stun him right before he can burrow. Even though I am... Oh, I'm faster than him. I thought I was slower than him. Even if I was slower than him, what I was going to do is I was going to wait until the turn right before burrows off cooldown and then stun him. So, what I want to do... I'm sure he's running Drain Blood, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead Fish Slap him right before he hits me with the Rend. Then I'll probably Bubble. Oh, he's just using off cooldown. That's smart. Alrighty, gonna go ahead and Bubble here, just because I don't want to take extra damage from Rend. Gonna go ahead and stun him so that he can't use his burrow on the next round. And a Fish Slap ought to finish him off. This is a time where Squirky's really going to shine, is against a pet that's slower than him with low health. And no, Rend unfortunately does not work like Flurry, so it will not break my bubble in one hit. I do weak damage to him. What should I do? I want to bring in my Fox here, because he probably has a Mana Surge coming my way. Yes, he does. Not only does he have a Mana Surge, he has an Amplify Magic Mana Surge, so... Gotta be careful about the possible life exchange. But I might be able to just take him out before he even uses it. Even if he uses it, it's fine. Yeah, as long as I... Ooh, oh. Well... I'm assuming he's running Interrupting Gaze since he didn't use the life exchange. Because... there was no way for me to... Maybe it was just a misclick. Yeah, Mini Mind Slayer is bottom of the barrel tier 3 pet, unfortunately. You just can't do much with him. Fluffykins is going to take out his Vicious Broodling here. Vicious Broodling just isn't that fast, unfortunately. I could probably try to make a team with him, but, I mean, his stats, his moves look really cool, but his, Oh, let me think. I think my best bet is to just crouch and try to take away a little bit of health. The reason I don't want to bring in my Valk is he might kill me before I can get my Haunt off, and that's what I really want to do. If he's running Charge, I can get away with it. We'll see. Nope, he is running Punch. Or Jab. They're basically the same, but Jab has a chance to hit higher or lower. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I don't really have the health. I was thinking about waiting until his crouch is off cooldown, because then he will probably activate it and I can safely switch into my Valk. But I'm so low, he's definitely... he has to go for the Jab. Nope, he's using his crouch. Alrighty, well, I'll go ahead and hit him with a Flurry. Even though I'm doing weak damage to him, I'm actually really hurting him because my Beast Racial was active for so long. I'll go ahead and throw up both of my dots, because he is healing a bit with Leech Seed and his Humanoid Racial, as well as taking less damage with Crouch. I should be able to get off even if he hits on the high end. As long as he doesn't crit, I should be able to get off that Haunt. And Squirky's gonna have no trouble taking care of him. I'll be able to stun him before he can get that crouch off. He's just gonna die to Haunt ticks, honestly, so I'll just slap him with a fish. Fish to the face. The most humiliating form of death. And that's a win for our... What did I name this team? Curse of the Bubbles or something? Yeah, Curse of Bubbles. Squirky, I mean, I love him. He's great. He's a good pet. Good, solid pet. As far as wild pets, what are you going to have the best success with? Squirky's great. Unborn Valkyr's tier 1. Alpine Foxling's high tier 2. Rose Taipan is basically a Death Adder hatchling, so high tier 2. Another Fairy Dragon's a mediocre tier 2 pet. Jade Oozling is a tier 2 pet. Shadow Fiend's a tier 3 pet. Spirit Krebs tier 2. Alpine Hare, or any sort of speed rabbit, is tier 1, although a low tier 1, so it's a pretty good pet. Restless Shading's tier 2, but he's pretty good if you throw him up with Dazzling Dance. Ghost Maggots tier 2. Fell Flames low tier 2. Spectral Spinners mediocre tier 2. Crow's pretty good. He's a high tier 2 pet. Anything with the Darkness Nocturnal Strike is automatically good. Crow is actually one of the worst. Crow and Ravens are actually one of the worst Nocturnal Strike users right now because Bone Serpents are so freaking good. And Phosphor Rat's just better. Bone Serpent's better. And they're squishy. They're just squishy. So, Phosphor Rat's really good. High tier 2 pet. Blighthawk is tier 1 just because he's so good in a Clone Dance team. Junglebeak's pretty good. Tier 2 pet. Not that great. He's not the best user of Rain Dance. That's definitely going to go to the Speed Jade Mist Dancer. Emperor Krebs tier 1 pet. He's very good. If you don't have a counter for him, he will be able to just solo your team because he just heals a lot. Shell Shields. He was very useful against that mechanical team, even though I didn't have really an advantage against him. I was just able to go toe-to-toe with his healer because I heal for so much. I mitigate so much damage with Shell Shield. And Surge is a priority move, so if you're going up against a Terror Claw, you actually still have a fighting chance because it does extra damage to them when they have their hot, because it does transform them to an elemental type. And it basically doesn't allow them to use their second hit of Alpha Strike. So sometimes, if they use their dodge when you're kind of low health, you can still use your Surge just to prevent that extra hit from Alpha Strike and pull out a win with a hard hitting. I think it hits for like 400 something. I forget how much it hits for. It hits for a crap ton against Terror Claws if they put their hot up. They're honestly sometimes better off just not even using their heal because that's how hard Surge hits. As far as other good tier 1, other good wild caught pets, Cogblade Raptor's just tier 2. Same with what's it called? Robo-Chick. He's a low tier 2 pet. Emerald Protowhelp is a tier 2 pet. He can be really good in the same way as a Emperor Crab, where he just can heal a crap ton. But if you go up against a Darkness team, he's not going to have a chance. Couple more that I was thinking of. Oh, Kunlei Runt. That's a decent tier 2 pet. Scalded Basilisk Hatchling is great in what's Disco Doggy's team? I know the team. It's the Goat or the Wicked Soul with the Fiendish Imp. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the team though, but it's a Haunt and Stall team. Dang it! Why can't I think of the name? I'll come back to that. I can't think of any other great wild caught pets off the top of my head. Scourged Whelpling's a decent tier 2 pet. I think that's about it. Obviously, there's plenty of other good wild-caught pets, but I think that will highlight all of the main really good ones. If feel like there's a humanoid I'm missing. Flare Youngling can be good. I don't personally have very much luck with him, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that just about does it. That's gonna be the best pets that I know of that are wild caught. There aren't a whole lot of really great flyers that are wild caught, unfortunately. I think there's only one that I would recommend. That'd be the Jade Oozling, and maybe the Nordercell Wisp. He's really not that great. Yeah. Probably should have had a list ready before this. But I think that'll just about do it. My personal favorites are probably Squirky, Alpine Foxling, and I mean, I like the Unborn Valk still. He's okay. And Spirit Crab's great. Spirit Crab's a lot of fun. But yeah, so, oh, did I ever get a win with Spooky Dookie? That's okay. I don't need to get a win with him now. And I've been rambling on for way too long as it is, so go ahead and cut the video here. But first, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video.